Welcome to the How to Scale Commercial Real Estate Show. Whether you are an active or passive investor, we'll teach you how to scale your real estate investing business into something big.
How to Scale Commercial Real Estate listeners, want to say thank you, as always, for tuning in and listening to this show. Today, you get just me. I've not done many solo episodes, but this is one of those things that, well, once you hear what the topic of today's episode is about, you'll be like, that makes sense to have a solo episode. So again, thank you as always for listening. One of the questions I commonly ask people who come on the show, guests that come on the show, I know if you've been listening to the show for a while, this is something I always ask about, which is, how did you build your team? What does that look like to build a team? What have you done right? What have you done wrong in the hiring process? What's it looked like early on, especially? And that's the name of the show, is How to Scale. What does it look like early on to bring on team members that have really helped carry you to the next level? And I think it's a question that I ask because it's a question that I have commonly wrestled with. I think here for the last decade or so, when I sold our flooring company when I was 30, I sold that flooring company up in Indianapolis, Indiana. And one of the things that I had enough of was employees. I'll be honest. I was tired. I was tired of working with other people. I was tired of telling employees what to do. I was tired of the problems that came with having team members that I was then responsible for. And I just said, man, I don't want to do that anymore. Well, here we are 11 years later. I do have, again, a lot of employees, but it's taken me a while really to get to that point where it's like, and I don't even like the term. If you get to know me, I don't like the term employees. I told someone the other day, I said, look, I'm no one's boss. Like if you come to work with us, you come to work with us. You don't work for me, you work with me. And that's really the kind of the spirit of what we want to do when we're bringing on team members, is to let everybody know that we are a team and that we are building something bigger than hopefully anything that any of us can achieve on our own. And so that's been it's been an interesting process for me, but even bringing on a lot of those team members, they've been team members that I'm not directly responsible for. We've had some great general managers here in the Memphis area that have helped kind of manage some of our laundry side of things that I don't even directly interface with a lot of those employees. So a lot of that, again, that burden has been taken off of my shoulders. All that to say, though, is that on the Brick and Investment Group side of things. So we have our laundry facility business, which has, I don't know, probably 15, 20 employees at the store levels that work with us. But then on the Brick and Investment Group side of things, so kind of more on the leadership side of things, I've kept the team pretty light. And that's been intentional because, again, I've tried to avoid being responsible for other people. And it's hindered growth, to be honest with you. And that question I asked the podcast guests that come on, I say, hey, where or what have you done right? What have you done wrong? I know I said that earlier in the show earlier on. But what have you done right and what have you done wrong? And how did you build your team? And every single person, at least in my memory, now you could probably go back and find a guest that came on and say, well, Sam, you're wrong. But in my memory, as I recall it, every single person that has come on the show has said, if you want to scale, you must have team. Other way I've heard it said is, if you want to go far, or if you want to go fast, excuse me. Let me get the phrase right, or get this right. So if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And again, you can probably look it up and be like, hey, you butchered that one too, Sam, which is probably true. But you get the idea, is that if we want to go the distance, we've got to have team to do it. So the preamble, my 5-minute intro here to actually the thing that I wanted to talk about today, was that on the Brick and Investment Group side of things, we have opportunities for team members. Now, I've told you all the reasons that probably you never want to work with me, which is because I don't really want to be responsible for people, but it's one of those things that in 2023, somebody asked me this for 2023. They asked me at the end of 2022, they said, hey, in 2023, what are 2 things you are going to do to make a meaningful difference in the way that your business operates? And I said, focus and team. 2 things alone that we are going to do inside of our business is hyper-focus and bring on excellent team members. And I will say that we're doing more, better, faster now than we ever could have possibly done as a lightweight. And we're still a lightweight team, but even just on my own, even for that matter. So all that being said, there are opportunities here inside of the Brickett Investment Group. And I want to let our listeners know what those are. There's 2 remote positions, and there's one that is not a remote position, and we'll get right into those. So the 3 positions that we are hiring for, first and foremost, is a director of communications. This person handles all of the investor updates, monthly newsletters, weekly newsletters, website edits, project management. They manage our social media managers. They manage a lot of the things that are the kind of forward-facing communication outlets for the firm. That role is definitely a remote position. It's something where it could be what I call an all you can work buffet, but it's probably more a part-time role suited for somebody that's looking for 20 to 25 hours a week, and they super hyper flexible schedule. Not a very there are definitely times that availability has to be nailed down, but a very flexible position that can be anywhere in the country. Director of communications. The second job rather that we are actively hiring for is an investor relations position. Again, could be a completely remote position, and that role is definitely a full-time role. We are at a point now where, again, I've handled investor relations now for 4 years, and it's something that we're excited to grow. The number of investor conversations, the investor requests, the things to keep up with, it is a full-time job. Everything from investor outreach to investor updates to just doing everything that pertains to staying in front of and making sure that investors are happy and taken care of is a second role here at the company that I am actively hiring for. And again, that can be a remote position, but it's something that would really, if that's something you are considering or, this is your skill set, certainly please reach out to me on that job. The third position we're hiring for is a COO inside of Ellie's Laundry. And you're going to say, what is Ellie's Laundry? Well, for those of you that don't know, we have been going along for a while in the laundromat space. I actually prefer to call them laundry facilities because of how our stores operate. But the laundry facility space is a business that we know very well. We've been investing in for years personally and have recently opened that business up to our retail investors. And we are growing that business exponentially. And so it's been a lot of fun to really see that business just explode. The opportunities there are unlimited. And we are actively seeking a COO for that company. Ellie's Laundry, we have the Clean Laundry Fund 1. For those of you that haven't been tracking what we've been doing, Clean Laundry Fund 1 is going to acquire another 20 to 25 stores in the next 2 to 2.5 years. And we just, again, have unlimited opportunity there inside of the Clean Laundry Fund and inside of Ellie's Laundry for expansion and growth, and need an experienced COO to come on board and really help us take that business to the next level. If this person or persons, any of these roles describe who you are as an individual and you want to learn more about these, please reach out. The best way to do that is Sam plus, the plus sign, Sam plus careers at brickeninvestmentgroup.com. That's BRICKEN investmentgroup.com. Again, that's Sam plus careers at brickeninvestmentgroup.com. But now you get a good idea of where we are in our growth journey. And there's actually more roles that we have openings for as well inside of the business. But those are probably the 3 most prominent roles that we're actively hiring for, and would really love if this is something that you say, hey, I'm great at this and I am ready to scale with a team and make a meaningful difference in both our communities and the team that we are building here. I would love to hear from you on that. So that's it. Thanks again for taking the time to tune in to the How to Scale Commercial Real Estate Show. You know how to get a hold of me, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now. Hey, thanks for listening to the How to Scale Commercial Real Estate podcast. If you can do me a favor and subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, whatever platform it is you use to listen. If you can do that for us,
that would be a fantastic help to the show. It helps us both attract new listeners as well as rank higher on those directories. So appreciate you listening. Thanks so much, and hope to catch you on the next episode.